who can sub 5, as far as I know.
I think he's the only one that's able to sub 5 because like the next fastest in Mars Grow is only capable of like 5 minutes flat.
Something like that. All right. So this track, it's the track from the movie. It's actually a pretty good recreation of the track from the movie, not gonna lie. It even has the service ramp that Anakin jumped off of.
And like in the movie, it's a shortcut.
It is the faster route. It also has more, I believe, more track splits than just about anywhere else. Maybe Gauntlet has more. But
I think Ando Prime Centrum has the record.
Oh, yeah. And that one's just not fair. Right, players have given us the ready. We're going to throw them the countdown and get into it. Oh, Ace better hope he doesn't do that in the actual race. And Mikey better hope he doesn't do that. It is so hard to play.
Yeah, this is one of the world tracks. I think it's actually the second or third hardest after like Grabvine Gateway.
I rate it third for playing Ben. I rate it third for most difficult with the optimal pod. Baru Coast is probably the hardest Ben track to get to a proper time. Grabvine is really hard even with Bullseye. And this one is kind of discount Grabvine, but it's discount enough that Ben is fast. It has a lot more open ground, a lot more straightaways, and just a lot more uses for Ben's boost. It also has about 80% of Boon to Training course on it, which kind of helps Mike.
So Ace is off, and Mike is off.
Alright, so you're immediately going to see them take this little shortcut off to the side and go for a very long jump. That cuts a pretty big corner. Mike with an early death.
No!
What?
He just hit it at the wrong angle and then got forced off the service ramp.
No, that wasn't the service ramp yet. That was just he hit a rock. That's huge, right at the start. And both players are going to do kind of a mini version of the jump that you use for the skip here. You can't do the skip, but you can at least cut a corner. Nice lines through here for both of them.
Oh, Ace crashes.
Ace crashes too.
Again.
I don't know. It's looking like Mike's got a bit of a lead because his death was higher heat. It was right after the jump.
Well, being a crashless land on Boot to Classic is pretty miraculous, particularly at the park we're in now at the Tuscan Dune turn.
Actually, this one is very consistent. Ace found, or not Ace, but someone found the RNG seed. You found it? Okay. And now, as long as you time it correctly, you can completely guarantee not hitting flames. You also have to have basically the equivalent of dozer awareness here because the Sandcrawler. That can screw you. All right, Mikey coming in with a 43.9 and Ace coming in with a 45, so it's a little over a second for Mike. All right, and Mike gets it this time. Ace gets it this time as well. Smooth through there for him, and smooth through there for Ace. Very nice early lap for both of them. Let's see how they do through this little switchback segment. This little bit is deceptively hard. Both players scrape the wall and lose a bit of speed. And then you have the slalom here. Not that hard once you practice it. It's a pretty easy route. And then this jump is just optimal line. These arches are actually one of the hardest segments to learn, just because it's fairly narrow gaps, one after the other, in a switchback. And then you get into a nice breather with this long turn that you can just hold a boost through. Then you get the Tuscan Dune turn, which Mike doesn't seem to be doing the RNG seeding. Oh, and he hits the rock! That's a lead back for Ace! And now we're coming into the Sandcrawler turn. Both of them should avoid it just fine here. And we're in the canyons. These canyons are fairly easy, even though they are switchbacks, just because they're more or less lifted from Boonta Training Course. And both players on the hot flats. It was a 1 second lead for Mike on the previous lap, and it is now a 2.5 second lead for Ace after the second lap. Let's see how the start of lap 3 goes. Smooth for both so far. Mike goes a little wide there, but it's not too bad. A little bit of a bonk, lost some speed, but fairly smooth through the turn. Oh, and he does not get the ramp. That's going to cost him another half second. Switch back for Ace. Small bonk, a little bit of speed loss. Same for Mike. So right now, Ace is sitting about 4 seconds ahead. He's going to have to die for Mike to have any shot. But he's got one of the trickier parts of the track coming in here, especially if you take lines as tight as Ace likes to. Here we go. Looks pretty smooth through there. So does Mike. Get the long turn for a bit of a breather, which I'm going to take as well. That was fast-paced. And now we're into the Tuscan Dune turn, which both players seem to be taking clean on this lap. No engine fire for Mike.
That was lucky when he
There's an engine fire for Mike. And smooth. It was a almost no speed loss from the engine fire. He repaired it almost instantly. And coming through the back of the canyons, there's one last spot where Ace could potentially mess it up, but he's not going to mess up that crevice. Looks like Ace is going to take this by a few seconds. 503 to 508. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. That was a really nice track for Ace. Both players did it well. One of Mike's deaths was really weird. Like, that Dune turn death was strange.
He hit the rock.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like he hit an extension of the rock, or the hitbox kind of kicks out invisibly.
Mm.
All right, let's see where we're going. I mean, I'm expecting a similar style of pick from Mike. I could see Fire Mountain Rally coming out. I could also see Vengeance coming.
Fire Mountain Rally was permabanned.
Oh, yeah, it was. You're right. I could see Vengeance, honestly.
Yeah.
Mike actually banning Ben. What's your plan here, Mike? Boonta Training Course banned from Ace, not surprising.
Ace said, I know what's coming, and I have a gut feel what's going to come too.
What's your call?
Gauntlet skip.
Maybe?